Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if you're new to my channel, how you doing? Anyway, this is going to be not a story time, but an experiment that I did do. And it's about the effect of words. The effect of your words are very powerful, and I did an experiment. I know that others have done experiments of the same kind, but I wanted you to see this firsthand, and I wanted you to hear it from me. So I thought it was really important with everything going on, and especially with the recent catastrophe, the recent atrocity that has just happened. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's been all over the news, between the death of the gentleman. I'm not going to get into it. That's not about what this video is about, but it's important because the effect of words, it pretty much controls your life. It controls everything around you and can contribute to bringing you the daily things that happen to you in life. And again, I'm not trying to compare this video or what I'm doing to what the atrocities that are happening in the world right now, but words are powerful. So it is definitely a contributor to the energy grid that is sitting out there right over us. But anyway, okay, so without further delay, please comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think about my videos, leave a comment. All comments are welcome, and don't forget to subscribe or think about becoming a part of my sub-hub. And yeah, ring the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting, if you like my stories and if you're thinking about coming back. But anyway, okay, so the effect of words. As you know, there is an energy grid. There's an energy grid that lays over this entire planet. It lays over all of us. Thoughts are things. We're made up of energy. When you're made up of energy, your decisions, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings govern your reality. And they don't control it, but they govern it. They guide it to situations, other people, things that they probably wouldn't have brought you to if, depending on how you're thinking. I hope I'm making sense. Your thoughts are very powerful. Your words are very powerful. And you need to think, you need to really think hard before you speak. You really, really do. You have to be in control of your thoughts and your words because it's very important. People think, oh my God, why is my life like this? Things are not going my way. I'm so unlucky. I have all this bad luck. Think about it. What are you saying each day? What are you thinking about every day? Are you positive? Look, we all have good and evil in us. And it's all dependent. Who wins and what your life is like is dependent upon what side you feed. Now, the effects of words on another person is massive, and that's what my experiment is about. It's about how words affect energy. And I did this, it's been done before. It's been done by a doctor, I want to say he's Japanese, Matsumoto. I can't say his name, but it is a doctor. If you look up the experiment, the water effect experiment, you will find him. Like, he pops up, or the experiment on water. If you just Google any of that or just look that up on YouTube, his experiments will come up. They'll just rush up. And I was kind of inspired by that because I've seen several of his videos, and his, oh boy, his videos go into massive depth on the effect of words on energy, on frequency, but especially on water. So I did it on water because I wanted you to see firsthand. What words can do. But let's start with me. I pretty much had to unprogram myself from a lot of negativity. As a kid growing up in a very big family, very dysfunctional family, where, my mom and dad did not have a good marriage. It was definitely not a match made in heaven. I have 6 sisters. And for, I think, about 75 to 80% of my life, I grew up with arguing. My father, God rest his soul, and this was in the past. I've forgiven my you know, my parents for everything. That there's no point in harboring and carrying all of that. I've let that go. That's baggage that I've since let go. But to give you a better perspective on what I'm trying to show you, I'm using myself. So anyway, as a kid, I grew up with a lot of arguing, fighting, and abuse. Maybe not towards me so much because things could have been a lot worse. I had a roof over my head, I had food to eat, and I was taken care of. So I'm not complaining and I'm not being ungrateful. I'm just saying that it was a very toxic, negative environment. And when you're in a toxic, negative environment, and you don't know that you're made up of energy, you don't know that your thoughts and your feelings are important and they contribute to your future, they contribute to the things that are coming to you. When you have these toxic, angry, negative feelings 24/7, whether mom and dad are arguing or they're projecting it on you, and you don't know all these things, you don't know that, you know, controlling your thoughts and feelings will help to kind of either wash the negativity that's coming through you or will help to change your situation, and your good vibes can possibly change the field that you're sitting in. I didn't know any of this, so I was consumed and I was just on a toxic train of negativity, crying, screaming, arguing with my sisters, my mother. You know, again, my father was very abusive towards my mother, so she was beaten for most of her life. They got married very young. They were forced into marriage. It was just not a good situation. So, it, you know, I was surrounded by like sadness, depression, judgment, accusations, blame, 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 no nurture, no support, no I'm proud of you, no, you know, you're a beautiful person, I'm proud of you no matter what. You can do this. That was not a consistent or a thing that I was used to in my family growing up. So these past 3 or 4 years, I've been training myself to think more positively and to just deprogram myself. And it's, I'm going to be learning to do this for the rest of my life. And I've seen the positive growth that I've made. I'm no longer so angry. I don't have a big ball of negative energy sitting in my solar plexus. I don't, you know, have those feelings of, oh my God, I think I'm about to get anxiety. All of that has kind of washed away, and I'm still purging. But again, this video is to show you the 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 power that your words have, your energy, and the words that you decide to put out there, whether it's on Instagram to another person, your spouse, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Your words are everything and will determine the next step in your life, will determine whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day, or you're going to spread that negativity and it'll bounce right back to you. Now, through a lifetime of just negativity, because it was most of my life, I've just recently, you know, done the research and learned all the things that I can do to make my life more positive, to change the way that I think and feel and watch what I say. I had to learn that to change my future, to change the situations, the people, the things that were coming my way, I had to stop being so critical of everything and everyone. There's a time to sit back, you know, enjoy yourself, have fun with family and friend, people that you trust. When you people watch, when you're watching this or you're watching that and you have your own opinions, everybody has their own opinions. But it's another thing to consistently be critical, to go on any type of media, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, and start pouring the negativity out. You're ugly, you're stupid, like things that I've had said to me, shut the F up, you're dumb, you don't know what you're talking about. I recently had a few comments, thank God they're not that many. You guys are pretty good to me. I've had nothing but a lot of positivity on most of my videos, so I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky, but I'm not perfect. So in the times that I really just let go and let all my bad energy out, believe me, it comes back to me. But it's not fun to get, so I can't imagine how someone who is getting constant negative feedback on anything and everything they do, I can't imagine how they feel. it, it it's got to be pretty bad. But I learned not to, and I'm still learning not to be so critical of everyone and everything. And if I do have an opinion, I try to make it constructive, and I do not spread negativity on any type of media platform. I had to stop worrying about everything. You can't worry about everything. If you're not going through a death and there is no world war raging outside, everything is just a situation. I had to make that sink in. And now when I see these horrible things happening, I can look at it through with a neutral perspective and try to help in the way that the only way that I know how to help. If I can't do anything physically, then I do it mentally or emotionally. And the third thing, I had to stay focused on what I want. I no longer focus on, like, let's say you're trying me, single girl right here, and I'm always on the lookout. I'm always trying to, okay, maybe that's the one, maybe he's the one. I had to start focusing on what I want. I was always focused on, no, I don't want someone who smokes. I don't want someone who looks like this. I don't want someone who doesn't have this. That was my way of thinking, and I had to stop. I had to train myself to say, you know what? I would like someone to be spiritual like I am. I would like someone to be patient. I would like to want someone to have a sense of humor and a good personality, and I want to be attracted to this person. I had to put that out there, and it took me a really long time, a very, very long time, to stop the massive worrying, to stop being so critical, and to start focusing my thoughts and my words on the things that I want, instead of focusing on all the negative. And because it's easy to focus on negative, it's easy to focus and complain and say, oh, why is this happening? Why don't I have this? Why do I look like that? It's so easy to focus on the negative. So I took two small bottles, I poured water in them. And this was just for a moment. Went to the bathroom after I took my two, I'm gonna show you. These are the two small bottles that I took. I filled them with water. I went to the bathroom. I filled one with hate. Ooh, it's melting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you the actual insides. It's really hot today. And I poured love into one. The one with love, I said a prayer over it, and I'm not going to be able to show you these because they are just melted. I do have pictures. I thought I'd be able to show you the actual water, but these are the jars that I used to do the experiment. And I filled one with hate. I pulled up all the horrible things, which wasn't easy at all, pulled up all the horrible things that have ever happened to me, breakups, arguments, fights that I've ever had, and I poured it into this for about a few seconds. It was just a few seconds. And then with the loved one, I prayed over it. I poured all my hope, my love, my light, all the good things that have happened to me. I was thinking about that, and I just filled myself with light and hope. This was hard because to really pull up hate inside of you, I yelled at it. I called it stupid. I called it names. I did all of that to each little bottle of water, and then I put it in the freezer and I let it freeze overnight. Now I'm trying to find the pictures. I want to show you what the effects, how it happened. I'm going to show you each separately, and then I'm going to show you them side by side. So this picture is the love. This is all the one that I poured love into, little heart there. Again, I had all the positive thoughts. This is what it turned into. This is from, I took a picture directly over it. I don't know if the glare is going to affect, I hope you can see the picture. This is an overview of it, and it started to create a star. Okay, so that's the overview. And I took a side picture of it. I don't know if that's too clear, but I tilted it forward, and you can see the shape of a star beginning to form. It's pretty. It just looks like it's forming like either a star or like a flower shape. Now I'm going to show you what hate does and what hate looks like. And this is the top. I took a picture from the top and laying flat. see that big crack? That's the one I poured my hate into. And now I'm going to tilt it, and so you can really see the crack. That is the one that I poured all of my hate, all of the bad things that happened to me. I poured it into that. I gave it everything I had, and this was only for a few seconds, but that's what it looked like. Now I'm going to show you the picture of the flower, the love, side by side. One is a top view and one is like a tilted view. And that's love. That's all the goodness that I had, that I poured in to that little bottle. And then this again is all, that's the hate. That's the negativity that I poured into that water. And this was only for a few seconds. So imagine that was a few seconds in the bathroom that I did that. I did this experiment. It lasted for literally a few seconds. So imagine if you're an abused child. Imagine if you're in an abusive relationship. Imagine if you retaliate or you react to a horrible atrocity and you get so angry you go out and you do even worse to try to make yourself feel better. This is never an easy thing to change. Humanity, nothing's going to change unless the energy field of the world changes. And there's always going to be atrocities happening around the world. There's always going to be prejudice. There's always going to be hate. And right now there's a lot of hate out there. And the one thing that I find that helps me in changing the energy grid, if there's something that's happened that's bothering you, instead of taking a negative action to try and make yourself feel better about a tragedy, my thing is, I don't know, I would find a way, a legal way, a way on paper to get back on paper, maybe a petition. And if you feel that you have to do something physically and you want to go out there with signs and do a peaceful, I forget what they're called, like a peaceful demonstration, okay, that's not the way I would like to fight back. But you want to add to the energy grid. Yes, you want to get your rights. You want your rights upheld. You want to be able to live a life of goodness and the way that you think you should live it. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve love. We all deserve respect. We all deserve to belong, to have that feeling of belonging, because that's all human beings ever want. Really, all we want is love. We want love. We want to know that we are appreciated, and we want to know that we're respected. That's what every human being on this planet is about. But we're not going to change the energy field. We don't change with love in our hearts. If we don't change without retaliation in a negative way, it's just not going to, retaliation period, it's not going to change the future. It's not going to change the energy grid. And I wanted to show you the effect. Like I said, that was just a few seconds of me talking into those little bottles of water. And look what it did. The love was creating something beautiful, and the hate was a massive crack. Again, imagine a lifetime of that. Imagine you harboring feelings and grudges. You've got to let it go. You've got to let it go and learn how to fight in a positive way, because there is a way. There is a way to put someone in their place in a positive way. There is a way to get your rights and your point across in a positive way. There is a way to do it. And the only way to do it is to change the energy field of the world. Right now, the energy field of the world is going through a shockwave with everything that came out with. The guy from London Real is talking about all my previous videos, my paranormal 1 through 5 videos. If you've bothered to listen to those videos, you know what I'm talking about. The energy grid is like in shock right now, and there's a big fight between good and evil, a huge fight. And I believe what's going on right now with the virus, with the terrible tragedy, and you know the tragedy I'm talking about, I'm not going to name names or anything like that. You know what I'm talking about. Those are distractions. And I know that the recent tragedy that's just happened with the death, I have a feeling that that was all pre-planned and done on purpose. That was a murder. And to distract us from everything that's going on with a lot. And I don't think I need to tell you that what's going on right now with the new technology going up and the virus going on and all of that. Anyway, I hope that this helped you to understand that what you say, what you think, and what you feel does have power, that you are very powerful, that you have the power to change your destiny, your future. You are in control of your life. You can add. You may not be able to do anything physically, but with your mind and your feelings, you can do so much, because you're adding to the world's energy grid. And we need more positivity in there, because the powers that be and the people who are in control around the world, the royalty and all our government officials, they know about it, and they use it to, they use it, okay? They use it, and you need to know about it, and you need to use it for the good, so that we can fight back, because right now they have control, and we're just their puppets. And until we get more in tune with our bodies and our thoughts, and know that we are walking, talking, tuning forks, that we have the power to change the fate of our fate and the fate of this world, nothing's ever going to change. So again, I hope this helped you open your mind, and helped you to realize that you're a very powerful person. Guys, make good decisions in the thoughts and the words you say every day. And until my next video, I will see you soon. Bye.